Coach, 72-65 loss to California Baptist. Just give us an opening statement about today's game.
Well, you have to congratulate our opponent. Generally in basketball, when you get two pretty even teams, the team that plays the hardest is usually the team that wins. They were ready at the opening bell, better than I had my team ready at the opening bell. And then just in pure effort, we gave up 17 offensive rebounds. We've been shooting the ball a whole lot better. But this is, I'll have to look at it, but it might be our worst shooting game of the year. But still, with all that, we fought back, got a lead in the second half. They went zone. We didn't adjust to that well, or missed some good looks. I'll need to look at the tape, but I wasn't satisfied with our play when they switched to that zone. That let them get the lead back up to 2 possessions, maybe even 3. And then we fought valiantly down the stretch, but they sealed it at the free throw line. We play 40 minutes. We only turn over 3 times, so we actually have more possessions than the other team. If we get 10 more defensive rebounds, they get 10 less offensive rebounds. It's a whole different game. We get a couple more offensive boards. It's a different game. And then at the end of the day, the game of basketball is won by putting the ball in the basket off shots, and we missed a lot of open-looking shots. We shot the ball real well in our previous game at Showware. Last year in our 2 games here, we shot the ball well. So I don't blame it on the building. And we missed some just really, really good wide-open looks. I think we started the game like 3 of 18, and I didn't think we took a bad shot. So we're just going to have to learn from it, get better. You look, we're 4-4 in conference after halfway through all 4 of those losses. With 4 minutes to go, we're in 1-possession games, which gives us hope that maybe we can get our stuff together. But at the same time, there's too many games where we walk away just kind of could have been, should have been, would have been. So we're in between 2 kind of lineups where we're getting more offensively efficient, but we went from being a pretty good rebounding team to a poor rebounding team, still a pretty good defensive team, and then when we have better rebounding, we're not quite as efficient on offense, and so somehow we got to merge those together, and that's what my coaching staff and I are going to do. But today the credit goes to Cal Baptist. Certainly the rebounding wasn't Miles' fault. He had 11 rebounds in 25 minutes. That's why I chose to bring him in here today, because if we'd all rebounded like that, it'd probably be a lot happier bunch of Red Hawks today.
Hey, Coach, and Miles, talking about that, the rebounding, Davis, he ended up the night with 19 rebounds. Miles, when you did check in, what did you kind of do to help box him out, or what was different when you came in, Coach? You can elaborate on that too, but when you're in the game, what's kind of the rebounding philosophy? Is it just hustle, or is it something else?
Well, we knew going into the game that these guys were great offensive rebounders, not only Davis, but the big fella, number 33, and the big who came off the bench, and the guards rebounded as well. So the mindset we tried to instill in us coming into this game was just, hustle and fight. And, Coach tried to preach to us that we have to go rebound and have to win the rebounding battle. So that's the mindset that I came into the game with. And, I believe my teammates came into it with the right mindset. But, we have to, at the end of the day, get the job done. I feel like those guys, like Coach said, they wanted it more. You know what I mean? So it's not just on me to go get rebounds. Just because I had rebounds, that don't mean anything. Like the team lost, that means I could have done something better. That means if he had 19, I should have had 20. You know what I mean? So it's a team thing, and we all have to get better at it. I have to get better at it, and that's the only way we're going to move forward as a team is just we have to improve, and we have to come out, and we have to be able to give the first punch, not just always on the defense coming out of the gate. You know what I mean? We have to get better at being a rebounding team.
Coach, we got another week before we play again, so another single conference or a single game in conference next week. Just where do you start to continue to put the pieces together before we head to Utah Valley next week?
The pieces are pretty good. We just got to be consistent, Like, we're not dejected, if we have some guys who, I'm looking at the stat sheet. There's 4 guys that put the ball in regularly at a much higher pace. So now instead of in a 2-point game with 4 minutes to go, you're up 7 or 8. And so, there's no panic. It's just a call to urgency to guys to just play consistent. And consistency comes through confidence, and so, we'll use this to make us better. And if you just slip a little right now in the WAC, you're going to lose. Bakersfield almost beat New Mexico State on Thursday night. The difference probably between 2 and 7, 2 and 8 in our conference on any given night is 3 or 4 points. I think, when you look at the analytics programs, I think we're a 1-point favorite tonight. We looked at it, and 5 out of 6 games during this stretch were all between 1 or 2 point predicted games in the analytics. And those people, they know their stuff, And so we lost a 1-possession game with the chance to make it at Grand Canyon. We pulled away in a 1-possession game at Bakersfield. Tonight, Cal Baptist pulled away in a 1-possession game. New Mexico State pulled away from us in a 1-possession game. We were fortunate against UTRGV and Utah Valley to play really well and not have it be a close game, as with Chicago State, Kansas City. It's one of the most painful losses I've ever had. We're up with the ball 20 seconds ago in double overtime, and everything went right for them and wrong for us. So it's going to be lots more of these games, and we just got to get tougher, and we'll get on the other side. And I've coached. This is my 21st year coaching, and I know what I know, which is the margin for error is small, and so you just got to have your guys playing with that urgency, and then the game rewards consistency. So we're going to have a great week of practice and get on the road and see if we can hunt out a road win at Utah Valley.
Thanks, Coach.